When an Olympic gold medalist walks into the squared circle, you expect something special, and Tyra Mae Steele delivered exactly that. From the moment she stepped out on that NXT stage, you could feel the air shift. There was no nervous energy, no hesitation, just sheer confidence. It was the kind of debut that doesn't just announce a newcomer, it declares a future champion. Tyra Mae Steele may have only wrestled one match in NXT so far, but she already looks like someone who belongs at the very top. Facing her was Arianna Grace, a competitor who's no pushover. Arianna's got pedigree, poise, and she's been grinding hard in NXT, building herself up as a savvy in-ring technician with a strong heel persona. And to be fair, she didn't come into this match looking intimidated. Arianna was composed, calculated. She was trying to play it smart, slow things down, and frustrate the rookie. The problem? Tyra isn't your typical rookie. The match started with a traditional lockup, but you could see right away that Tyra's Olympic background wasn't just hype. It was her foundation. She moved with precision, using grappling instincts honed on the biggest athletic stage in the world. Every takedown, every reversal, it wasn't flashy, it was surgical. Arianna tried to get under her skin, tried to bring the match into her wheelhouse with strikes and underhanded tactics, but Tyra never flinched. She absorbed the pressure and stayed laser-focused. And let's talk about that German suplex. That wasn't just a finishing move, it was a statement. A perfectly executed bridging German suplex that had the NXT crowd on their feet. The technique was flawless. The bridge, tight. No wasted motion. 1, 2, 3. That was it. Arianna Grace had no answer for it. It was clean, decisive, and powerful. The kind of finish that makes every viewer sit up and say, "Yep, she's the real deal." What really sets Tyra apart already is her discipline. So many debuts are chaotic. Adrenaline gets the best of the wrestler, timing gets thrown off, pacing gets messy. Not with Tyra. She didn't just wrestle a good match, she told a story. The story of someone who's trained their whole life for excellence, and now she's channeling it into wrestling. This wasn't just about winning. It was about making an impression. And she did. The Olympic to wrestling pipeline isn't new. We've seen it before. Think Kurt Angle, Chad Gable, Gable Steveson. But Tyra Mae Steele brings a different kind of presence. There's an intensity there, but also a quiet control. She's not showboating. She's not relying on theatrics. She's using her body like a weapon of pure technique. Her charisma isn't loud, but it's undeniable. Backstage reactions were telling too. The locker room has clearly taken notice. NXT is full of hungry talent, all looking for that breakout moment, and Tyra just walked in and took hers without hesitation. There's going to be a lot of eyes on her next match. Can she maintain this momentum? Can she adapt as opponents get tougher and the spotlight gets brighter? Based on this debut, I wouldn't bet against her. Let's also give some credit to Arianna Grace here. This wasn't a squash match. Arianna made Tyra work. She brought the personality, she brought the attitude, and she even managed to get some offense in. But it also exposed the gap between a seasoned NXT competitor and someone operating on a world-class athletic level. Arianna played her role perfectly, an early obstacle that highlighted Tyra's strength and readiness without making it look too easy. And the NXT crowd, they were into it. This wasn't some dead audience trying to figure out who the new girl is. From the minute Tyra's name was announced, there was a buzz. The kind of energy that says, we're watching something fresh, something important. And by the time she delivered that final suplex, the crowd had fully bought in. It's always a good sign when a debut gets cheers based on performance rather than just hype. Tyra earned those pops. Her background also gives WWE so many storytelling opportunities. Olympic gold is a big deal. It creates instant legitimacy and also opens up the door for rivalries built around envy, respect, or even exploitation. Imagine a veteran heel trying to humble her, saying, "This isn't amateur wrestling anymore, sweetheart," or a fellow Olympian-type figure stepping up to test her in a technical masterpiece. The possibilities are wide open. It also begs the question, how fast do they push her? Some debuts are slow burns. Let the crowd simmer, build anticipation. Others are firecrackers, explode on the scene, make an immediate impact. Judging by how clean this match was and how much confidence the booking showed, WWE might be leaning toward the latter. Maybe not a title shot right away, but a rapid climb feels inevitable, and we haven't even touched on her promo potential yet. Right now, she's letting her actions speak louder than words, which is smart. But down the line, when she starts cutting promos, imagine the kind of stoic, confident, "I don't need to yell to prove my worth" vibe she could bring. Think a blend of Bianca Belair's athleticism and Shayna Baszler's no-nonsense demeanor. That could be money. There's also the women's locker room politics to consider, in storyline terms. Tyra is clearly going to shake things up. Established. Names like Roxanne Perez, Lyra Valkyria, or even Blair Davenport might not take kindly to a newcomer stealing the spotlight. That friction could spark some fantastic rivalries, especially if Tyra's character remains grounded in sportsmanship, while everyone else plays dirty around her. From a fan perspective, it's refreshing to see WWE investing in someone with real-world accolades and giving them space to shine. Too often, legitimate athletes get handed gimmicks that don't match their strengths. Tyra's debut didn't fall into that trap. It was authentic. No goofy storyline, no forced quirk, just a pure wrestling showcase. And that's what made it work.